Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LifeVantage Opportunity Overview. We are Dr. Dondee Marci Nettles. We are your presenters tonight. We've got some amazing information to share with you about a do-it-yourself wellness line where you can actually activate the cells inside your body. True story. And we've got some information to share with you about a home-based business opportunity for you to create your own economy so you don't have to leave your house and go help someone else create theirs. True story as well.
Amazing.
But before we get into the details, let us share with you a little bit about who we are and why this is important to us. About 11 years ago, I saw the information that we're going to be sharing with you. And why that's important is I was at a crossroads in my life. I was having a battle with my personal life and my professional life. Professionally, we had the fourth largest chiropractic practice in the state of Arizona and a very successful AM talk radio show. And the 80 to 90 hours a week I spent outside my home, seeing between 350 and 500 patients a week and preparing for the hour-long radio show every Saturday, did not allow me to be a father to my children. I had a 3-year-old son and a newborn daughter at home that never saw daddy, and it was breaking my heart. But when I saw the information that we're going to share with you, it changed everything for me. It allowed me to still maintain my purpose, which is helping people truly become their own health advocates. But it also allowed me to be a parent to my children that I didn't have the ability to be when I was a practicing chiropractor. And so when I saw the information and implemented it into my life, within a year, I was able to sell my practice, go home and be a full-time father and a home-based entrepreneur globally. And I met the most amazing human being I've ever met in that process, my beautiful wife, Marci. And we combined our businesses, we combined our families, and now we run from here, the global headquarters of our international business. We help 20 people in 20 countries every single day. And it's incredibly gratifying for us. And I do it as a home-based father.
It's amazing what has happened since we first got started.
Truly.
But it all started with someone wanting more. Dondee wanted time with the people that he loves and cares about the very most. Well, for me, LifeVantage actually found me at my darkest point. I was actually a police officer for almost 10 years here in Arizona. I loved it. I got paid well, but in August of 2009, I was in a car accident on duty that ended my career that fast. It left me with a brain injury, several herniated discs throughout my spine that required spine surgeries, and unable to be a police officer anymore, which meant I was no longer feeling in control. I couldn't pay my bills. I went through a divorce of a marriage that was already struggling. And at the same time, my kids were teenagers. Can you only imagine? Well, I ended up pretty depressed and on prescription medication that had warning labels on it that said may cause suicidal tendencies. And I actually had 4 suicide attempts before very dear friends of mine were introduced to the same information that we're going to share with you tonight. And they thought of me. And I am so glad that they did, because when I saw this information, I had hope for the very first time in 18 months since my accident that I could get my mind and my body working again, that I could take control and pay my bills, not to mention that there could potentially be a greater purpose for me being here. So I said yes, and I started using these products right away. And I had phenomenal results quickly. And that got me even more excited to share this information with more people, because so many people are out there and need what we have. And that just led me to an amazing group of people that we now build this business together. Just as Dondee said, we blended our families. We get to build this from home, looking for people just like we are. We were looking for time, looking for a purpose, looking for ways to take control of our wellness and our finances. And if any of that resonates with you, we are so glad that you are here tonight, because we're going to be sharing some information with you about a company called LifeVantage.
Before we get into the details, we need to share this information with you. And that is, there is no promise or guarantee of success. Results may vary. You've seen it everywhere. And the reason why is, like everything else in life, what you put into something is what you will get out of it. This is no different. So there is no promise or guarantee of success or shortcut to success. You got to put in the work. But we will show you exactly what is possible and show you exactly what it takes. It's just a matter of you doing your part.
Yeah, but right now, I want to share some exciting news with you. What if you could flip the switches inside of your body and be able to feel better and do more every single day? Well, it is a fact that we are being hijacked daily by the food and water that we consume? How about environmental stressors, cleaners and beauty products, personal stressors, relationships, not sleeping well, being overworked? How about technology, even this that you're watching us on right now, and these things that are attached to us all the time? We're being overstimulated by EMFs and blue lights. It's actually changing our moods. Did you know that 85,000 chemicals have been introduced since the Industrial Revolution? Well, all of those you really can't get away from or eliminate them from your daily life. And this is exactly what is causing that dimming of the lights inside of you. What does this feel like? Well, maybe you're getting sick more frequently because you have a decreased immune system, brain fog or forgetfulness. How about sluggishness, tired, bad mood, or lack of motivation? How about increased stress around things that never used to stress you out? And then good old fatigue. Do you find yourself checking your watch at all during the day, wishing you had an extra 15 minutes for a power nap? Well, you're not alone. Because what's really happening in our bodies when the light is dimming is oxidative stress, mitochondrial decline, and a decline in sirtuin activity, and so much more. You're like, Marci, I don't even know what those first three things are. Well, never fear. That's exactly why you're here tonight, because we're going to share information with you about science. As a matter of fact, science has already discovered that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. So if you could leverage those genes with a flip of a switch, would you do it? $1 million question.
I sure hope so, because your genes are pretty powerful. They know how to handle things like oxidative stress. Now, you may not be familiar with the term, but you've seen it. You bit out of an apple and it looked like that, fresh bite. You put it down, come back a little while later, and it turned brown. That's the oxygen stressing the flesh of an apple. Well, every time you breathe, the same thing happens inside your body, but your cells fight back the way an apple can't. Your genes actually release antioxidant enzymes to deal with oxidative stress. So what happens is the switch has been isolated. The NRF2 pathway, flipping the switch literally with the 5 ingredients of Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, flip the switch inside your cells, allowing your cells to produce their own antioxidant enzymes to fight off oxidative stress, thus lowering it 40% on average in just 30 days. So literally, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer taken into your body removes the age-related effect of oxidative stress by reducing it 40% in just 30 days on average. Now that's super powerful. But what do scientists, what are researchers saying about this very unique pathway called NRF2? Well, this is what Washington State University scientists said. NRF2 is likely to be the most important health-promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. That's powerful. Well, what you're seeing here is the graph as it represents your life and your cells producing these enzymes. So from the time you're born, you start to grow, you reach your late 20s, then you start to age. And then every decade after that, these cells producing antioxidant enzymes slows down dramatically. Well, that was until that switch. That NRF2 pathway was isolated. And now what you're seeing in that blue line is when NRF2 is activated in your body because of Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, it gives you the ability for your cells to produce those antioxidant enzymes the way you did when you were a child, regardless of how old you are. That's how powerful your genes are. Well, don't take my word for it. Please go to pubmed.gov, the National Library of Medicine. And you will see world-class medical universities like Harvard publishing the data and then publishing it in world-class medical journals like the Journal of Free Radical Biology and Medicine. In fact, just look at the columns that you see there on the left and right of that screen. This has never been done before, where finished product research is done at major universities and published in major medical journals on a natural product. That's a first. Check it out for yourself. Well, what they're discovering are these switches, these pathways inside our genes. And we started asking questions. Are there more? And are there ones we can also influence? We found out there was at least 2 more, mitochondria and sirtuins. And let me explain those to you now. Mitochondrial decline is what you experience when you get an idea. It's like, let's go for a run. And your body says, not today. You got nothing left in the tank because the batteries inside your cells have been drained. We call that mitochondrial decline. Well, there's a switch for that too, because we had plenty of energy when we were younger, but as we age, this battery loses its charge and the mitochondrial production goes down. Well, that was until we isolated that pathway. It's called the NRF1 pathway. So the 5 natural ingredients of Protandem NRF1 Synergizer literally flip the switch inside your cells, expressing this gene of NRF1 by an increase of 70%. Now, why that's powerful is because 70% more NRF1 means you have 70% more mitochondria. Mitochondria inside your cells is where the energy comes from that your cells require. So Protandem NRF1 Synergizer inside your body activates the cells. The cells produce the mitochondria, recharging the batteries of your cells, giving them the energy that they need to do what you ask your body to do, and thus increasing that gene by 70%. That's powerful. Well, here's the downside to that. As your body cells burn that energy and utilize it, the debris starts to back up inside the cells. And it starts to gum up the cells or get gunky in there, and the inner workings kind of stop. Well, you have a solution for that too. It's called sirtuins. Think of it like little garbage men that clean out the debris inside your cells. But unfortunately, as we age, they kind of go on strike and they just don't work as well anymore. Well, that was until we isolated that pathway. It's called the NAD pathway. And the 4 natural ingredients of Protandem NAD Synergizer flip that switch inside your cells, increasing NAD production by, get this, 100% in just 24 hours. 100% more NAD means 100% more garbage men inside your cells, cleaning up all the debris so that the cells start working correctly again. So you take Protandem NAD Synergizer, clean up the environment, the gears start turning again, the cells start working again, and not only that, they start communicating to other cells again, which means you're now restoring body function. That's the power of your genes. We call it Protandem NAD Synergizer, literally increasing it by 100% in just 24 hours. So the subtotal, you clean up the environment inside the cells, allowing the cells to do their job while you simultaneously refuel the energy plants needed inside the cells so they can do what you want them to do, and remove the age-related effect of oxidative stress on your cells too, all at the same time. Yes, the 3 switches activated at the same time we call Protandem Tri-Synergizer. Now look at the gray bar graphs, the NRF2 on the left, NRF1 in the middle, and NAD on the right. That's what happens when that one product is taken by itself. Unbelievable cellular marker increase. But look at the blue bar graphs. That's when all 3 switches with Protandem Tri-Synergizer are all flipped at the same time. Focus on the NAD. NAD dramatically increases, allowing the sirtuins to be expressed and also the energy and the oxidative stress to be unbelievably dealt with. That's called Protandem Tri-Synergizer. So are you ready to flip the switch inside your cells and start activating them again? Are you ready to have positive mood and motivation and start talking about healthy longevity, maybe for the first time? How about you multitaskers? You ready to get mental focus and concentration back? How about attention span? Woo, yes. Better physical and mental energy while having a normal inflammatory response, while your cardiovascular system is optimized too? Yes, it's not too good to be true. It's true. That's the effect of the Protandem Tri-Synergizer inside your body. Now, it's free shipping, comes with an absolutely no questions asked, free 30-day money-back guarantee for less than the price of a latte per day. How important is your health to you, and how much are you willing to invest? Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg in our amazing product offering. We have Vitality Stack, Protandem NRF1, Protandem NRF2, Omega Plus, and ProBio. The most amazing free fatty acid brain food, along with gut priming probiotics with Protandem NRF1 and NRF2 Synergizer, which, by the way, the NRF2, the ProBio, and the Omega Plus have all been individually shown to allow a normal functioning immune system. So cool. Then we move on to Axio, powdered brain food. Take one of those packets, tear it open, pour it in a bottle of water, shake it up, chug it down, and you just repowered your brain's ability to produce and balance its own neurotransmitters. which means laser focus, concentration, attention span, memory, mood, motivation. How about that? That's all from drinking that amazing Axio, and there's a decaffeinated formula as well. Then we move on to probiotic. I can't gloss over this. It's the most amazing probiotic on the market for two reasons. One, it's small and round, so the shape gets through your intestines much quicker down into the large intestine where it needs to be. And there's also a coating on it called BioTrack, so that it's not neutralized inside your stomach acid where it's very acidic. So literally 60% of the bacteria gets down into the large intestine where it needs to be to do its job, priming your microbiome. And then we move on to Omega Plus, free fatty acid, brain and cardiovascular building product with fish oil. We start with the most pristine water, harvest the most pristine fish from that water, and then we infuse the fish oil with essential oil of lemon so that there's no fish burps that are offensive to your neighbors. If you've ever had a bad fish oil experience, that's why. We bypass that. Unbelievable boat to bottle purity as well. And then we have our physique weight management, where losing weight is cool. Everybody likes to do it, but maintaining your weight and staying healthy is even cooler. So we start with a whey protein, a delicious vanilla whey protein with 18 grams of protein per serving. And then we add a prebiotic for the probiotic to, again, maximize your gut flora and maximize digestion. And then we add onto it a fat burn, a citrus-based, green coffee-based fat burn that targets visceral fat. Unbelievable approach. Then we get into our True Science line, our 4-part skincare line to allow your face to just look like the $1 million that it's worth. And then we have our hair care line, our 3-part hair care line, starting with scalp health, because only with a good, healthy scalp can you grow beautiful hair. And our shampoo and conditioner round out that 3-part product. And then we have Pet Tandem, literally NRF2 activation for dogs. And you know the 7 to 1 year ratio thing with dogs and humans? Have you ever wondered where that's from or why? It's because dogs have 7 times more oxidative stress than humans do. This gets directly to that. So your dog will love you and you will be the most popular owner at the dog park. Unbelievable Pet Tandem product for your dog.
Oh my gosh, those stories and so many more are the results of people activating their own wellness. Well, guys, those stories are better when you get to share them with other people. And when you're incentivized to do so by making a check, heck yes, I'm all in, right? Well, let's talk a little bit more about the story of LifeVantage. You know, we've actually been in network marketing for just over 11 years now. We absolutely love this venue of mouth-to-mouth marketing. It's where people have an experience, they share good news with other people, and they make money for sharing. We are headquartered in Utah, and we are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Our ticker is LFVN. What that means for you is that we're transparent. Everything that we're sharing with you tonight, you can go and check out for yourself. You'll see it's 100% true and an absolutely real opportunity for you. We have been debt-free since March of this year, and we are governed by a board of former executives from companies like Coca-Cola, Airbnb, Amazon, SC Johnson, and so much more. So now we have these phenomenal products and this amazing company, and we have partnered them together in front of the absolutely right trends, specifically health and wellness. As a matter of fact, never in history have people ever been more concerned with their health than they are now. And you can actually prove that for yourself and just go and search wellness, right? You'll see that in just the last 8 years, people have increased their purchases in the wellness arena by 60% or more. On the right-hand side there on that graph, I love this picture because it's worth a million words, right? It shows you wellness sales are up and ahead of things like, how about your clothing, leisure, education, and so much more. As a matter of fact, there's 6 different areas where our products fall in the wellness arena. They are anti-aging, skincare, hair care, pet care, the energy market, and the weight loss arena. And there is already well over $600 billion being spent in these 6 different areas. So I can pretty much guarantee that you are already spending money in at least one, if not all of these different areas, right? So what we're doing is we're just giving you better, cleaner, and greener options for activating your health. I love what education does for people. You know, back in 2017, people prioritized cosmetics over their own wellness. But in one short year, that changed completely to where now wellness was at 32.6% of all dollars being spent compared to 25.6% for cosmetics. So as you can see, you've absolutely found the perfect model to be able to create an online supplemental income from home or anywhere that you have Wi-Fi or cell service. You'll have a virtual office with very minimal business assets and absolutely no inventory requirements. Super low entry cost. You get to use social sharing, and you'll be an e-commerce business with a personal online store. You'll be able to track daily bonuses, and opportunities for travel are amazing. You can actually earn promotional trips. How about bonuses for building your business to a certain level? And then you always have several opportunities to be able to go and support those people that are part of your team.
Absolutely. Because we're publicly traded, it's very important that you understand how possible this is. So you're looking at our annual earnings disclosure, and I'm going to focus on the two columns. The first column, the average monthly commissions, and the far column is the average time it takes to get there. And I'm going to give you a few examples here. So first, look at our Pro 3 rank, where in 8 months on average, the brand new person who's never done this before, in 8 months on average, working part-time from home, can generate an income of about $600 per month. What would that do for your family or the family of someone you know? Or how about this example here, Premier Pro 5, where in 16 months on average, literally less than a year and a half, the average person working from home part-time can generate an income of over $3,000 per month. It's like a $37,000 to $38,000 a year raise in the next year and a half. How cool would that be? Or this last example I'm going to share with you here, our Elite Pro 7, where in 30 months on average, less than 3 years, the average person working from home part-time can generate an income of over $13,000 per month. That's like $150,000 a year. It's a CEO type income, doctor, attorney type income, without the years in college, the degrees, and the student loan debt that come along with it. So just look at that gray column and pick out a number that you wouldn't mind making per month, and then look all the way to the right to see how long it takes. And we can show you, then it's going to be up to you to do your part, but that's how possible it really is.
It is, because we've removed all the barriers as well, because our entry cost is so low that everybody can do it. As a matter of fact, we all get started at the same place, a $50 starter pack. And then you choose which product package or enrollment pack that you want to be able to start with. We have our silver pack, gold pack, or platinum packs. Now, the difference is the amount of product that comes with each one and the savings that you get on the product cost. As well as with the platinum pack, you get a ticket to the next corporate event, which is really exciting and vital for growth in your business. So when we decided that we were going to be starting our businesses, we knew that we wanted to have individual experience with each one of the products so that we could share with integrity. Plus, we wanted to have products to be able to sample out to others and help those closest to us get started right away. So for us, it was the largest package to get started. But whichever package you feel is right for you, we want you to get in where you fit in, because the most important thing that you can do is just get started, right? So now you've probably got this one last question, which most people do, and that is, can I do this? And we want you to know that you absolutely can. We both had the same question because we had never done it before. And what we want you to know is that if you make the decision to be successful and you're willing to be coachable, be part of a team, and participate in a mentorship program, then you absolutely can do this, because everything else will be provided to you, including global customer and distributor support with an easy to follow ITT system. Basically, you're going to invite people to take a look at a tool and then introduce them to a team member to get their questions answered the best way for them. We have regular team meetings and trainings all around skill set, mindset, and how to be a great leader. And regular corporate events and trainings help supplement that path to success. And then there's the incentives and the perks. I've already kind of mentioned travel, but how about cash bonuses? We've got our most cash-rich promo going on right now. You really should ask exactly how you could participate in that. And then there's always the private support communities. We have Facebook groups. We have one-on-one or group accountability Zoom sessions. Or how about having the cell phone numbers to the people that have a direct vested interest in helping you be successful? So now that we've talked about all that kind of stuff, I want to go back to the company a little bit and just share a little bit more about what's hit the presses about LifeVantage since January of 2019.
Like our corporate headquarters being voted one of the best places to work for 4 consecutive years.
Yeah, and we expanded our footprint further into Europe when we opened in Ireland.
Now, Erin Brockovich joining our board of directors was a huge announcement, and that's the Erin Brockovich, by the way. If you don't know who she is, watch the movie called Erin Brockovich. It came out in 2000 where Julia Roberts played the lead role, and you'll understand just how powerful this appointment was.
Yeah. Our True Science Hair Care System was awarded a Silver Stevie Award for Best New Product. And just in the past 10 weeks or so, we've been awarded 7 more Stevie Awards.
Product awards and business awards. We were voted to the Russell 3000 Index for the 2nd time for outstanding stock performance.
And we continued to add to our family when we opened in New Zealand.
Well, we started this amazing year by ringing 2 big old giant bells of announcements. The first one was our 2nd consecutive explosive quarter of growth. And the second was free shipping everywhere we ship product.
And actually 3 bells,
3
because
bells.
we were invited and we rang the closing bell for NASDAQ's Wellness Week in January of this year. This is exactly what Times Square in New York City looked like, colored up in pro tandem blue. It was amazing.
Now, because marketing is so critical for the success of a business, we chose sports marketing, and specifically soccer, the most popular sport in the world by far. We sponsor Real Salt Lake in Major League Soccer. I mean, look at the front of that jersey. Every game we play, every highlight is free advertising globally for your business.
And we continue to be super excited about our global expansion. These are the markets that we're currently open in for distributors and biohacking customers, not to mention e-commerce in mainland China now. And we just launched Singapore for distributors and customers, and Malaysia can be biohacking too.
Absolutely. Oh, this is LifeVantage Legacy. This is the heartbeat of our company. It's our charitable arm. Every time we get together as a company, some organization, some group of needy people gets blessed with our time, our money, efforts, and resources. Because we can and because we care. It's called LifeVantage Legacy.
So guys, we hope that your hearts are just as full as ours are right now. So where do you see yourself in joining us here at LifeVantage? As a biohacking customer, or maybe as distributors like Dondee and I are? Maybe you need to see or hear some additional information. Just let the person know that invited you here what you need to see or hear to make the right decision for you. If you're ready to become a customer, please ask for your personalized shopping cart and get checked out today. And if you've made that decision that you're ready to join the team, we are so excited to be the first ones to say congratulations on making this decision of taking personal ownership of your economy and your family's future. Congratulations.
Welcome. And if you haven't decided, let me just close with this. If we were having this discussion 3 years from today, and you were looking back on your life over those 3 years, and you were looking at your experiences, specifically your personal and professional experiences, what needs to happen for you to be happy with your progress? And lastly, what are you willing to do to achieve it? And when will you get started? Let us challenge you to get started today so that your tomorrow and every day looking forward is more predictably successful financially and more predictably healthy for you and your family. We know your time is valuable. Thanks for spending it with us. Be safe and God bless.